Hi, this is Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and today we are visiting with our customer, Mary Reitz from Arizona, one of our local customers there. And welcome, Mary. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you.
I know when we ask people if they're willing to do a video, review or testimonial, some people are very, very reticent about getting, doing a video. Writing something down is one thing, but being face to face on a recording is a different thing. So I really appreciate your willingness to do this. Thank you.
No, I'm delighted to do this. I want people to know that this chair is pretty special.
Good. Well, and the chair you have is the OCO M8, and that's a Furniture for Life product. Furniture for Life is a company based out of Boulder, Colorado, and they carry a number of lines, and they're all very, very. It's a very good company. They take good care of their customers, and their chairs are good products. And so the M8 is kind of the flagship chair of their company, and it's been a very popular selling chair. But aside from that, maybe tell us a little bit about how you came to be searching for a massage chair. Like what was the journey that brought you to our doorstep?
I guess it started with our daughter and son-in-law. And our daughter is a surgeon, so she's on her feet a lot. And they had been looking at massage chairs, and she recommended that, why don't you take a look too, she said to me. So I agreed that we would take a look, because I've had massage over the years, and I do have a great massage therapist that I see on a monthly basis. And she uses the cupping and the warm towels and the stretching and everything. And so I thought, if I had something in my own home that I could use on a daily basis, how wonderful that would be. So that's how the journey started. And I really appreciated going to the store in Mesa. Sean, who was in charge there, was not a salesperson that pushes you into anything. He wanted us to try every chair. He had recommendations, because my husband likes more of a light massage. I like a deep tissue massage. So finding something that would meet both of our needs was important. And he just said, take your time. And, the first time around, I think we were there initially, then 2 more times to make the decision. Wow. And I felt that was the best way to do it, because then when you make the final decision, you feel it was the best match for you personally.
Well, I appreciate that insight and that experience, because our company policy is to not pressure people. We want, because many people are buying a chair to help them ease discomfort of the stress of discomfort or stress of life. And we don't want to add to that when you're at the showroom. And so I'm glad to hear that it was a relaxing experience for you. Now, did you have any kinds of discomforts like back pain or neck pain? Were there any symptoms that you were kind of, yeah, we want to take care of this? Or was it stress relief? Or were there any things like that that led you to a chair?
I wouldn't say stress relief, because I think I've managed that well over the years, but it's just as your body ages, just having that massage, it stimulates circulation, and it definitely relaxes. If I use it before bedtime, and there's usually 2 programs that I use, I just feel totally relaxed and ready for a night's rest.
Yeah, we've heard many people say that it does help people sleep better when they use it. Do you have the chair in your bedroom, or is it in a living room, or
it's in the bedroom. We've got a larger bedroom, so it just fit perfectly in the one corner. And thankfully, to try to get through a door with a chair that size, and the home that we live in was built in the 70s. It's been remodeled numerous times, but it still doesn't have maybe as wide a doors as a brand new home. They had to bring it in through the patio doors into our bedroom. Wow. And the delivery people were outstanding to work with us to get that chair in without damaging it. Yeah. And so I would say where we've placed it is perfect, because normally we'll use it maybe in the evening, and then before bedtime, if it's there, it's just very convenient. And it's not in our family room where it's overpowering maybe for a chair like that.
Yeah,
so I just think we've got a great spot for it.
Good. I would say the family room and the bedroom are most commonly placed chairs. most people prefer the bedroom because if it's in the family room, the chair gets used a lot because when people come over, they all want to sit on it.
Yeah.
And some owners don't want people, all kinds of people sitting on their chairs. But now, what about the, what is it about the chair? Maybe, or maybe not what is it about the chair, but well, maybe you could tell me what it was that attracted you to that chair of the many that we have, and what features you really like about the Oco that you have.
I would say number one, down the line, if there's an issue where it's a little harder to get in, not using the door on the side, that was definitely advantage because both of us are older, and that was a consideration. Number two, that it did meet the needs of both of us. I like the focused level. The programs are great too, but the focused, you can do a neck, you can do a back, and you can do glutes. And for me, I like that. My husband uses some other options that he felt met his needs, but overall, since I'm the deep tissue and he's more of a relaxing massage, we could find a chair that met the needs of both of us. And some of the chairs in there, I know the one that my daughter and son-in-law purchased, that one is a deeper
Yeah.
massage than what we had, but they're in their 40s, so that makes a difference too. And they're both very athletic. And so looking at that, they made a different choice than we did, which was definitely appropriate for each of us.
Well, and that's the benefit of having so many different chairs to pick from. Some places they have one or two models, that's it. And of course, if you don't know any better, any massage chair is better than no massage chair. But yeah, sometimes a chair can really kick your butt. It's very deep, very, very deep tissue, and others are too soft. So I'm glad you're able to find one that met both your needs.
Yeah.
Was there any? Are there any particular features of the chair, like you mentioned, the scope of the massage for each of you was a little bit different. What you liked? Any particular features that kind of surprised you, like the calf rollers or the aromatherapy module or anything like that, or anything that kind of surprised you about the chair that you weren't planning on when you bought it?
I guess for me, I just like all the options.
Yeah.
You have so many choices, and then you also have the heat, which is nice to
That one
add.
got a lot of heat.
Yeah. And so I just having that option, and I like it because if you don't want the heat, you have the option in one of the modules or programs where you can deselect. So you don't have to have the heat on if you so wish not to have it on. And
Yeah.
I like where you can link two programs together. They're about 18 minutes, so you can have one and link it with another one, which will follow with the other program. So I do like that option too.
Most chairs only give you 30 minutes max, and this one, because of the linking feature, and a number of their chair models do this, but you can just go 20 or 18 minutes or link it up and do close to 40 minutes. And that's not very often you get a chair that can let you sit in the chair that long.
Yeah, I mean, I do like that feature, just because I kind of know what I want to program prior to when I start the programs.
Yeah.
So
Now, is there anything about the chair that you wish was a little bit different, or maybe you wish it had that it doesn't have?
I think it meets the needs pretty much. So, the heat is mainly more lower body, and maybe having some heat around the shoulders and neck
Okay.
would be one suggestion that I would make. And one thing I can say is the leg massage is really strong.
Okay.
Maybe in comparison to some of the other, and that works fine for me, but my husband feels that leg massage is a little too deep for him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to have his legs in the spots if he so wishes not to use that, or just use a different program where it isn't maybe quite so deep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, I can't say that there's anything that detracts from what the chair offers.
Good. Well, and I'm sure he's done this, but you can adjust the air pressure in any program. So hopefully he can. It is tough if you have it at a lowest setting and it's still a little bit too strong. That can be frustrating. If a chair is if a roller is too strong, you can always put like a blanket or something over the back of the chair. But when it comes to airbags, when they squeeze,
They do.
and it can be a bit much. So most chairs do have an adjustment for that, but even that is not always enough. But yeah, that's an interesting comment. I appreciate that. And the legs and feet are, you know, some people can take a beating on their back or on their shoulders or on their neck, but you work on their feet or legs too much, and it's like it's torture. It's too much. And I've noticed that for years in the industry. The feet are one area where it almost, like, that's the one area some people just can't deal with if it's too strong. It's almost almost a claustrophobia, almost like it's encompassing. I mean, you feel like it's too tight and you can't get your legs out, or maybe even the arms could feel that way. But usually a person adapts to it. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yes.
you kind of after a while, it's not such a big deal or whatever. And hopefully your husband experiences that too.
I mean, he doesn't have any complaints about it, but that's just one thing that he mentioned to me. I've had reflexology in the past,
Oh, yeah.
and this is good reflexology when it really massages the bottom of the feet,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
as well as the calves of the legs. So I like it. But the first time I tried it, I thought, this is stronger than what I anticipated.
It can be so, but anyways, hopefully, you know, it'll be something your husband can adapt to over time. Now, if you were giving advice to someone who is looking for, and there's a lot of people that are looking for chairs, and a lot of people that are going to be watching this video are looking for a chair and trying to decide on what model to get, what retailer to use, what things to be aware of, to not worry about. If you were to give any kind of advice to someone looking for a chair, what would you give? What would your 2 bits worth be?
The first piece of information I would pass on is go somewhere where you can try multiple chairs from different manufacturers. And then number 2, what's their warranty and service? Because if you buy, I mean, I've looked at the chairs that Costco has had and other furniture places, and I would really hesitate buying from those places, because when you're putting this much money into a chair, you want that chair to function for a number of years for you, versus in a year, something happens and then you're kind of out of luck to find someone to come to repair it or to help you out. And so I just think whenever you buy something of this nature at this cost, you do want to consider that.
That's good advice. There's a certain portion of our client base that, though they don't care about all they care about is the price. They don't care about support. They don't care about warranty, because they assume that the chair is going to work forever flawlessly. And, you know, mechanical electronic things don't work that way all the time. And so that's one of the reasons why we have a lifetime labor warranty, which no one else has, but it gives you some peace of mind. I mean, you know that at the very least you'll have to buy, or at the very most, I should say, you'll have to buy a part after the parts warranty is expired. But for as long as you own the chair, we'll have a technician come and fix, and that gives peace of mind to people, especially when you're buying a product that's expensive, like a massage chair, like a premium massage chair. So, anything else that comes to mind?
I just think it's something you buy for health. It's not just for people. Years ago always had a label on massage as kind of a fluff thing that people did as just for fun. And to me, it really is health based, because it does help with circulation. And I guess I just view it so differently. And I viewed massage differently too in the past. I just felt it was really, if you want to keep your health and maximize that until you're not here any longer, the best way to do it is use things like this, that you're not taking medicines for, you're eating a good diet, you're doing what you need to do to maintain good health, and money does not buy good health. So, using these options that are there to improve or at least maintain good health.
Yeah. Kind of a wellness, more of a wellness approach.
It is a wellness, and that's what we should be focused on,
Yeah.
not treating after the fact, but what can we do to stay well?
Well, and I think your statement right there, it personifies the typical customer that buys a massage chair, someone who is like, we're at an age now where things don't work all the time, or they don't feel as good as they used to.
Mhm.
When we were younger, we conquered the world, and if we slipped and fell, we'd feel better the next day. Now it's not so easy. We have degenerative changes in our spines, and in our muscle tissues are damaged from years of postural abuse and repetition, repetitive stress injuries. And the chair is perfect for our age, and that's probably why we don't see a lot of young people buying them. But surprisingly enough, there are more, like the age group of buyers when I started this business was 45 to 65. Now it's 35. It's come down quite a bit, and I think that speaks to the amount of stress and duress that people experience and need massage for. So yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. It is definitely a part of wellness care, and it helps get rid of some aches and pains, which you're going to get them.
Yeah, believe you me, I've experienced that firsthand.
Well, I can't think of anything else to ask you. I really appreciate your time, Mary. I'll, like I say, people will watch this video and they will benefit from what you've shared today. And so if there's anything else that you can add or want to add, feel free to do that now. And otherwise, I think that's about all the time I'll take from you.
I just want to thank you for being committed and to care about the service. It's not just the business and selling, but what most important is service after the sale. Yeah. And I thank you very much for supporting that, fully supporting that.
You're welcome. And that is a big deal to us. It is a big deal to us. Most of our I'd say all of our competitors don't understand why we have a 90-day, free returns on new chairs, why we have a lifetime labor warranty, but it's for that reason, because we want people to feel like they're secure and they're safe with their purchase. And so I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I have no problem with referring you to others, or even, if someone just wants to talk to someone personally, I would be glad to take a phone call and be very candid with them. And it's all truth-based. I'm not getting paid for it, and I don't want to be paid for talking to others, but, telling them how it has enhanced our wellness and health. And so if the need is ever there, I'm happy to do that for you.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. We appreciate that. And someone will take you up on that. Someone will take you up on that.
That's fine. I tell you what, when I go out, and if it's to a restaurant or wherever, if I have stellar service, I always want to talk to the manager and honor those people that do such a great job, because a thank you is not so common anymore. People have a lot of complaints, but the thank yous sometimes are few and far between. So let's make that a priority if we get great service.
I love that attitude. Thank you. And we understand that people are quick to complain, but not always quick to express gratitude. So thank you, Mary. I appreciate that very much. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you for taking time from your busy day. We appreciate you. And I should have this video up later today or tomorrow, and feel free to share it with any of your friends and family. But thanks for being here.
Okay, thank you. You have a great Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas, and we'll hopefully we don't talk too much again in the future, because that means that everything's okay with the chair. But if you need us, you know where to find us.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mary. Take care.
Bye.